Hello children, welcome to biology class. This is the third session and this session we will discuss the last topic of the lesson, human health and diseases. In this last session we will discuss three small topics: AIDS, cancer, drugs and alcohol abuse. Okay, so we can start with the first topic, that is AIDS. What is the expanded form of AIDS? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Why it is termed as acquired disease? Yes, we know that it is an acquired disease and is caused by a virus, isn't it? What is a causative organism? HIV, human immunosuppressant virus. That is a causative organism. And why it is immunodeficiency syndrome? Yes, it reduces the immune power of the host, isn't it? That's why it is termed as immunodeficiency syndrome. Once the virus enters into the body of host, it gets reduced, it works on, it acts on the immunity providing cells. That's why all the pathogens can easily enter to the body of host. Okay, and it's reported, first it is reported in 1981 and now it's spread all over the world and killing more than 25 million persons. Okay, and it's reported that it was first reported in a butcher and those in Africa, and people lived in those area, they used chimpanzees meat as food. Okay, and this virus was, it is reported that this virus was present in chimpanzees meat, and through that butcher it reached to human realm. Clear? And as we discussed, this AIDS causative organism is HIV virus. It is a retrovirus and have an envelope enclosing an RNA genome. And children, what are the transmission method? We know that through sexual contact and through contaminated blood transfer and from pregnant mother, infected pregnant mother to child. These are the transmission methods. We can check one by one. First one, through sexual contact with the infected person, then by transfusion of contaminated blood and blood products, then by sharing infected needles as in the case of intravenous drug abusers. Okay, and from infected mother to the newborn through placenta. And which people are under higher risk? First one, individual who have multiple sexual partners, they are under higher risk. Then drug addicts, because through that syringe, through injection, they will be very susceptible to get that virus. An individual who require repeated blood transfusion, if there is no proper test, there is no proper care, the risk is more. Then children born to an HIV infected mother. Okay, that's why the first trimester we will check HIV test, isn't it? And the next topic is replication of retrovirus. We know that most of the viruses, all the viruses are having that envelope and a protein inside. Nowadays, you are much familiar about the structure of viruses, right? So we can discuss how this retrovirus get replicated in the body of human beings. So I will show you one diagram. This diagram is there in our textbook. Okay, so this diagram explains the replication of retrovirus. Children, listen, this is the HIV virus. Okay, so it is having a viral RNA code and viral protein code inside. This virus infects normal cell, and you know what happens? A process called reverse transcription happen. Actually, what is transcription? Transcription is a step in the process of protein synthesis. Okay, the process of conversion of DNA to RNA is termed as transcription, whereas this virus, this HIV virus, is having only RNA. So transcription is not possible. That's why they are undergoing a mechanism termed as reverse transcription. Okay, so this RNA present in the body is converted into DNA with the help of an enzyme, reverse transcriptase. Okay, so once this RNA introduced into the cell, they undergo the process reverse transcription, and with the help of enzyme, this reverse transcriptase, viral DNA has produced. Clear? Then once this viral DNA produced, they incorporated into host genome. isn't it? So what happened inside the host genome? Normally the host cell is normally they are undergoing the process of protein synthesis. That means DNA to RNA to protein. But what is there now inside the DNA? There is an addition. That means viral DNA is there. So what happened? New viruses are produced along with the host protein. Clear? So new viruses can infect other cells. So this is the replication process which has happened inside the host body. Clear? This question is very important. It is a repeatedly asked question. Okay. So this explanation, you can study this explanation single terms. I will repeat again. This viral DNA get incorporated into host cell's DNA, direct the infected cell to produce virus particle. So the macrophages, the WBC cells continue to produce virus, and this way acts like a, so host cell, now the host cell acts like a HIV factory. Okay, so simultaneously HIV enters into T lymphocytes, T helper cells, and replicates, produce progeny of virus, and the progeny virus released in the blood attack other T lymphocytes. Okay, this repeated process led to a progressive decrease in the number of T helper cells and all other lymphocytes in the body, and it infect person. And what happened? Different types of symptoms may occur like fever, diarrhea, weight loss, but the main point is that the person loses his immunity power. Okay, so what happened? Different pathogens like mycobacterium, other viruses, fungi, and even parasites like toxoplasma, etc. They can easily enter into their body. So the patient becomes so immunodeficient that he or she is unable to protect himself or herself against this viral infections. Clear? And ELISA is said to be the diagnostic test. ELISA, enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay. Okay, and treatment of AIDS with antiretroviral drug is only partially effective. They can only prolong the life of the patient but cannot prevent death. Okay, it is inevitable. Then prevention of AIDS. What is prevention of AIDS? Prevention. What is prevention? There is no cure. Prevention. Only prevention is the best option. Clear, children? Next topic is cancer. You know that cancer is one of the most dreaded disease of human beings, and it is a major cause of death all over the globe, isn't it? In our body, cell growth and differentiation is highly controlled and regulated, isn't it? So, we know that from a single cell, from zygote, the zygote undergo continuous repeated divisions and multi-complex organism, isn't it? Multi-complex Homo sapien bone, but the cell growth as well as differentiation is well preserved and controlled and regulated inside the cell. But what happened? In cancer cell, there is breakdown of this regulatory mechanism. This cancer cell, we can either call them as mad cell. That means uncontrolled cell growth and uncontrolled cell differentiation is happened inside cancer cell. Okay. So loss of contact inhibition cause cancerous cells continue to divide and give rise to masses of cells called tumors. So the tumors are of two types, benign tumor and malignant tumor. We can check a table. So what is benign tumor? It remains confined to small affected organ, but the rate of growth is very slow and no latent stage and cause limited damage to body, and there is no metastasis, and it is non-cancerous. Clear? Whereas malignant tumor, that means that is lethal. It also spread to other organs of the body. Rate of growth is very rapid, and it is there is a latent stage. Cancer cell migrate to other site of the body, and there is of course metastasis, and it is cancerous. Clear? And what should be the causes of cancer? There are three causes. First one, and the agents which cause cancer are termed as carcinogens. isn't it? So we can divide the carcinogens into three categories as physical carcinogens, chemical carcinogens and biological carcinogens. First one, physical carcinogens. Ionizing radiations like X-rays, gamma rays and non-ionizing radiations like ultraviolet rays, they may cause different types of changes like mutations, and they have the ability to alter the genetic constitution of the host cell, and the cell become cancerous. Then different chemicals, not only here one example is given in our textbook tobacco. You know that not only tobacco, different types of chemicals are added as during the process of adulteration. Not only in adulteration, while from the starting stage of a plant, we know that most of the vegetables are mixed and spread with these type of chemicals, and these chemicals become the reason for cancer. Okay, so those chemicals included in the category are termed as chemical carcinogen. And the last one, biological carcinogens. That means living organism. Different types of viruses can cause cancer, and those organisms are termed as biological carcinogens. Clear? Next slide. Cancer detection and diagnosis. We know that early detection of cancer is essential, isn't it? As it allows the disease to be treated successfully in many cases. Once it's spread to the entire body, or once it's spread to different types of organs, very difficult to get rid of from this, isn't it? So cancer detection is based on a test termed as biopsy. And different types of histopathological studies of tissues, blood, bone marrow, etc. Then nowadays radiography, different types of biophysical methods are available like radiography, computerized tomography or CT scan, then magnetic resonance imaging or MRI scan, etc. Then what are the treatments? Different treatment methods are the surgical methods, are the non-surgical methods, are immunological methods are there. What do you mean by surgical method? Yes, cancer tissues are surgically removed, isn't it? That is surgical method. Whereas in non-surgical treatment like chemotherapy or radiation therapy, there will not be any surgically removed method, but different types of drugs are used to kill the cancerous cells. But this chemotherapy is having a lot of side effects like hair loss, anemia, etc. And the last one, immunotherapy. Nowadays a lot of experiments are going on this field, immunotherapy. So in immunotherapy, patients are given with alpha interferons which activate their immune system and helps in destroying the tumor. Okay, so once our immune system are capable to withstand or capable to kill the pathogen, it will be better option, right? That's why a lot of experiments are going on in this field, immunotherapy. Clear, children? So how does immunotherapy work? We can discuss this diagram. Here tumor cells bind to T cells to deactivate them. Okay, so immunotherapy drugs can block tumor cells from deactivating T cells. Clear? So that's about cancer. And the last topic is drugs and alcohol abuse. So commonly we are discussing three important types of drugs: opioids, cannabinoids and coca-alkaloids or cocaine. Okay. First we can start with opioids. Opioids are the drugs which bind to specific opioid receptors present in our central nervous system and gastrointestinal tract. So heroin, commonly called smack, is a chemically it is diacetyl morphine. It's a white, odorless, bitter crystalline compound. It is extracted from the latex of poppy plant, Papaver somniferum. So this diagram of poppy plant. Okay, so generally it is taken by snorting and injection. Heroin is a depressant and slows down body function. We know that a lot of problems will be associated with this uses. The signs of opioid overdose are blue lips or nails, dizziness and confusion, can't be woken up, choking, gurgling or snoring sound, slow, weak or no breathing, drowsiness or difficulty staying awake. Once a person get started its use, what happen? He will be addicted. Surely he or she will be addicted to its use and he can't get rid of it. Next one, Cannabinoids. Cannabinoids are a group of chemicals which interact with cannabinoid receptors present in the brain. So natural cannabinoids are obtained from the inflorescence of the plant Cannabis sativa. They include marijuana, hashish, charas and ganja. They are generally taken by inhalation and oral ingestion. These are known for their effect on cardiovascular system of the body.